Students, welcome to the today's chemistry class. We are discussing redox reactions. So in this class, let us discuss competitive electron transfer. Competitive electron transfer. Competitive electron transfer is nothing but during the redox reaction, oxidation of one substance takes place and reduction of another substance takes place. So that means one of these substance losses of electrons takes place and another substance gains electrons. An oxidation and reduction process, both when combined, redox reaction is formed. So to confirm, to discuss this competitive electron transfer, let us take one example. Take a zinc metal strip. Take zinc metal strip and place it in a aqueous solution of copper sulfate. So that is aqueous solution means it consists of Cu2 plus ions in the solution. When the zinc metal strip placed in the aqueous solution of copper sulfate contains many Cu2 plus ions. To form Zn2 plus aqueous Zn2 plus ions and copper is get reduced. So that means whenever a copper sulfate solution is taken, copper sulfate aqueous copper sulfate ತಗೊಂಡು ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, that is called as aqueous copper sulfate solution. And that aqueous copper sulfate solution is taken in a beaker, and into this aqueous copper sulfate solution a zinc metal strip is placed. After 1 hour it is observed that a reddish precipitate is deposited around the zinc metal strip. So that is due to the deposition of copper. Copper is get deposited at the zinc metal strip and zinc oxidation takes place. Zinc oxidation takes place to form Zn2 plus ions, and from copper sulfate pure copper is get deposited. So here in this reaction zinc acts as reducing agent, loss of electrons. Copper gains electrons. Zinc metal oxidation takes place to form Zn2 plus ions. So zinc metal losses 2 electrons. Those lost electrons by the zinc gained by copper to form Cu plus 2 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು copper sulfate ಅಲ್ಲಿ Cu ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ copper reduction takes place and zinc oxidation takes place, and color of the solution becomes, ನೋಡಿ copper sulfate blue color ಇರುತ್ತೆ, copper sulfate blue in color, is blue in color. But after the redox reaction the blue colored solution becomes colorless solution. This is due to the formation of zinc sulfate ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Zinc sulfate is colorless, and at the zinc metal strip copper is get deposited. So that is whenever a zinc metal strip is placed in the aqueous copper sulfate solution, and aqueous copper sulfate solution is blue in color. After 1 hour, due to the oxidation of zinc into the Zn2 plus, copper get reduction takes place. After 1 hour ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. 2 electrons are lost by the zinc metal, and from copper sulfate Cu2 plus ions gains 2 electrons from zinc metal strip and to form copper. That copper is appears in red color. That red colored copper get deposited around the zinc metal strip, and solution becomes blue colored into colorless ಆಯಿತು. ಯಾಕೆ colorless ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ because of formation of zinc sulfate solution, color of the copper sulfate fades. So here one of the metal, that is zinc, lost its electrons, and one of the metal ion, that is the Cu2 plus ions, get reduction takes place. This is called as competitive electron transfer. Here zinc transfers its 2 electrons to the Cu2 plus ions. Hence Zn becomes Zn plus 2 and Cu2 plus becomes Cu. Copper ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ 0 ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನು Cu2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಈಗ Cu2 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಇಂದ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೆ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ Cu. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 0. ಅಂಡ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ 0 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು Zn2 ಪ್ಲಸ್. So here electrons are transferred from zinc metal to the copper. So copper get reduced, zinc get oxidized. Oxidation takes place. So that is when a metal strip when a zinc metal strip is placed in the aqueous copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color. After 1 hour, a red copper metal, a red colored copper metal is get deposited around the zinc metal strip, and blue colored copper sulfate solution turns into the colorless. This is due to the redox reaction. Here zinc metal strip loses 2 electrons and copper 2 plus ions gains 2 electrons. So zinc oxidation takes place and copper reduction takes place. Second example. Let us consider example 2. Place a copper strip into the colorless aqueous silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate solution contains plenty of Ag plus ions. Aqueous Ag plus ions. Ag plus ions comes from silver nitrate, AgNO3. Whenever a copper strip is placed into the colorless silver nitrate solution, then copper get oxidation takes place. Now copper is losing electrons, so to form Cu2 plus ions, and Ag plus ions from silver nitrate get reduction takes place to form Ag. Now oxidation state of silver is Ag, that is 0. So here copper is more reactive than silver, so that copper loses its electrons to the silver. so that the silver get reduced. So that is, let us take a beaker containing silver nitrate AgNO3 solution, aqueous AgNO3 solution, which is colorless. Let us take colorless silver nitrate solution in a beaker and place a copper metal strip and wait for 1 hour. After 1 hour, it is observed that Ag plus silver is deposited. Ag is get deposited around the copper metal strip, and now solution becomes blue color because of formation of copper sulfate. Silver nitrate is copper nitrate, CuNO3 twice. So that is whenever a copper metal strip is placed in the colorless aqueous silver nitrate, after 1 hour it is observed that silver is get deposited around the copper metal strip and colorless silver nitrate solution turns into the blue colored copper nitrate. Copper solutions, aqueous copper salt solutions are blue in color. So around this metal strip, copper metal strip, silver is a bright silver metal is get deposited. So here silver is less reactive, copper is more reactive. So that copper loses 2 electrons and silver gains 2 electrons. Silver gains 2 electrons from copper to form Cu2 plus and Ag0. So here oxidation takes place by copper and reduction takes place by silver. Silver gained 2 electrons, copper lost 2 electrons. So this is also a competitive electron transfer. Example for a competitive electron transfer. So let us take example 3. Example 3. Consider iron metal strip and take this iron nail or iron metal strip and place it in a blue colored aqueous copper sulfate solution. After some time, after 1 hour, it is observed that iron loses 2 electrons to form FeSO4 and copper gain 2 electrons to form Cu0. Now, aqueous copper sulfate is blue in color and after reaction, so ferrous sulfate is formed. So this is pale green color. Around the iron nail or iron metal strip, deposition of reddish colored copper is observed. So that is whenever iron nail or iron metal strip is placed into the aqueous blue colored copper sulfate solution. Whenever iron nail is placed into the aqueous blue colored copper sulfate solution, then after some time a reddish color copper is get deposited. A reddish color copper, red colored copper iron metal strip or iron nail, reddish colored copper is get deposited and solution becomes blue colored solution becomes pale green color. This is due to the formation of FeSO4. So pale green color. Pale green color. So here iron is more reactive than copper. So iron easily loses 2 electrons by oxidation process and transfer 2 electrons to the copper. Copper already present in Cu plus 2 state. Now after gaining 2 electrons from iron, it forms copper Cu. This copper get deposited around the iron nail in the form of red color. Opposite is not possible. So it means this opposite reaction is not possible. Copper does not displace iron from iron sulfate because copper is less reactive than iron. So then if we observe the order of reactivity, the order of releasing electron, the order of reactivity of metals. The order of reactivity of metals we observe. Zinc is more reactive. Zinc is more reactive than copper. So that means than iron, than copper, than silver. This is according to the electrochemical series of metals. Electrochemical series of metals means the more reactive metals are placed at the top and less reactive metals are placed at the bottom. So that means the metals which are present above the hydrogen ginta mele irtakkanta metals more reactive, hydrogen ginta kelgade irtakkanta metals less reactive. High reactive metals can displace low reactive metals, but low reactive metals cannot displace high reactive metals from their aqueous salt solutions. Now here aqueous salt solution is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is aqueous salt solution. Now from this copper sulfate, iron can displace copper. Iron can displace copper to form CO and iron sulfate is formed. But opposite not possible. So that means opposite not possible means copper cannot displace iron from iron sulfate. That means no reaction. Copper is less reactive than iron. So that copper cannot displace iron from ferrous sulfate. So that means high reactive metals can displace low reactive metals from their salt solutions, but low reactive metals cannot displace the high reactive metals from their salt solutions. So this is due to the competitive electron transfer. Always electrons transfer takes place from high reactive metals to the low reactive metals present in the salt solutions. As a result, even color of the solutions also changes. Color of the solutions also changes. Okay, next. Come to the another important topic, oxidation number. Oxidation number, or it is also called as oxidation state. Oxidation number or oxidation state. In the previous examples, we have written charges, positive charges or zero charge or negative charges on the atoms of the elements. ಈಗ previous examples ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ, ನಾನೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ 0 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ +1, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ -2, ಈ ತರ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದೆ. What is that charge? That charge is called as oxidation number. Oxidation number is nothing but the actual charge or apparent charge. The actual charge or apparent charge possessed by an atom of the element is called an oxidation number. The actual or apparent charge possessed by an atom of the element is called oxidation number. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜೀರೋ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಏನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಆರ್ ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪೊಸೆಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಅನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. Suppose if I take hydrogen H2 ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಡಯಾಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಗೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ದಿ H2, so that charge on this H2 is 0. Or similarly Cl2 charge is 0. Similarly sodium ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಸೊ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ is 0. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ say take copper, so 0. say take zinc, 0. so like this in the uncombined state charge is 0. ಅದೇ ನಾನು suppose if I take NaCl ಅಂದಾಗ Na ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ +1. ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಗೇನ್ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ, ಸೊ -1. ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ -1 +1 zeros ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಹೌ ಟು ಅಸೈನ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಲೆಟ್ us discuss rules. We have a set of rules. Now ಕೆಲವು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. We have to follow some rules to assign the oxidation states or oxidation numbers to the elements. Okay, next headline, rules for assigning oxidation numbers. Rules for assigning oxidation numbers to the elements. Very important rules for assigning oxidation numbers. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಅನ್ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ we have to follow certain rules. Rule number 1, for the elements in free or uncombined state, the oxidation number is given to be 0. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಅನ್ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ, ನೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ನೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೇನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, so that oxidation state given to that element is that means the elements in the free state, the elements in the free state are the elements in the uncombined state. ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 0 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ oxidation number ON means oxidation number of H2 Cl2 N2 O2 Na Fe Cu soda etc. is 0. Look at these examples. These elements are in free state, are uncombined state. They are not reacted with anyone. They are not formed any compounds. No loss of electrons by the elements. No gain of electrons by the elements. Hence, on these elements, oxidation state assigned as 0. 0 ಅಂತ assign ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Second rule. For monoatomic ions, the oxidation number is equal to the charge present on that ions. So that means for monoatomic ions, ಅಂದ್ರೆ one atom ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ionsಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಆ ಅಯಾನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಫಾರ್ monoatomic ions, the oxidation number is equal to the charge present on that ion. Example, oxidation number of Na plus and already idaga, so plus 1. Oxidation number of Na plus is plus 1. Oxidation number of Mg2 plus is plus 2. Oxidation number of Al3 plus is 3 plus. Oxidation number of O2 minus is minus 2. Oxidation number of S minus 2 is minus 2. So like this. So for all these monoatomic ions, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ monoatomic one atom ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ions. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ for these monoatomic ions, oxidation number is equal to charge present on that ions. ಆ monoatomic ion ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is the oxidation number of that monoatomic ion. So this is the rule number 2. Next, come to the rule number 3. Rule number 3. For all alkali metals, in the compounds, for all alkali metals in the compounds, the oxidation number is given to be plus 1. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್, ಲಿಥಿಯಂ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ, ರುಬಿಡಿಯಂ, ಸೀಸಿಯಂ ಈ ಥರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆ ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1. ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1. Say take example, oxidation number of sodium, oxidation number of sodium in NaCl is plus 1. ಈಗ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 1 electron, so the oxidation state of Na plus Na is +1 in the compound NaCl. Oxidation number of potassium in KNO3 is +1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ in any compound alkali metals comes oxidation number is +1. Similarly, in any compound the oxidation number of alkaline earth metals is +2. For all alkaline earth metals in the compounds oxidation number is +2. So in any compounds if alkaline earth metals comes, group 2 elements comes, then its oxidation number is +2. Let us take example oxidation number of magnesium in MgCl2 is +2. MgCl2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ magnesium alkaline earth metal, so hence in this compound Mg has oxidation state of +2. Say you take oxidation number of barium in oxidation state of barium in BaSO4 is +2. ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 2 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ ಆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 2 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ +2. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು +1. ಬಟ್ ಇದೇ ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅನ್ಕಾಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ 0 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ rule number 4. Oxidation number of hydrogen in the compounds. Oxidation number of hydrogen in the compounds is always +1. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ +1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the common oxidation number of hydrogen in compounds is always +1. Example, oxidation number of hydrogen in HCl is +1. Oxidation number of hydrogen in H2SO4 is +1. ಈ ತರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು +1 ಅಂತ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ oxidation number of hydrogen in metal hydrides ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ oxidation number is -1. Oxidation number of hydrogen in the metal hydrides is -1. Example, oxidation number of hydrogen -1. So in such type of metal hydrides, metal ಜೊತೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ -1 ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ in metal hydrides hydrogen oxidation state is -1. But in any other compounds, metal hydrides ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು? +1 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ರೂಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 5. Rule number 5. Common oxidation state. Common oxidation state. Common oxidation state of oxygen in compounds is -2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದರ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ -2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ has oxidation number of -2 in almost all the compounds. Example oxidation number of oxygen in H2O. water oxygen atom ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ನ -2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. H2SO4 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ -2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. or NaOH ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ, so the is -2. so it means like these compounds a common oxidation state of oxygen is -2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ಗೆ -2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ oxidation number of oxygen in peroxides like H2O2, Na2O2 is -1. but peroxides ಅಲ್ಲಿ like hydrogen peroxide H2O2, Na2O2, sodium peroxide ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು? -1. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ ಪರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಈಸ್ -1 and in superoxides that is in superoxides oxidation number of oxygen is -half. superoxides ಅಂತಂದಾಗ KO2, RbO2, CSO2 ಈ ತರ. in superoxides, these are all superoxides. in these superoxides oxidation number of oxygen atom is -half ಇರುತ್ತೆ. and another exception also there. in OF2 oxygen dichloride, in OF2 oxygen has oxidation number of oxygen is +2. and in O2F2 dioxygen dichloride, in O2F2 oxidation number of oxygen is +1. so these are the exceptions. Except these conditions, in almost all the compounds compounds, the oxidation number of oxygen is -2. But in peroxides, like H2O2, Na2O2, oxidation number of oxygen is -1. In superoxides, the oxidation state of oxygen is -half. In OF, oxygen difluoride, oxidation state of oxygen is +2. In O2F2, oxidation number of oxygen is +1. Okay, next rule. Sixth rule. Next, fluorine in all the compounds. Fluorine in all the compounds has the oxidation number of -1 because fluorine is the most electronegative element. In almost all the compounds, if fluorine comes, then its oxidation number is -1 always. So fluorine in all the compounds has -1 oxidation number. So in all the compounds, here there is no exception. In all the compounds, fluorine has oxidation number -1, but other halogens like chlorine, bromine, iodine have -1 oxidation state, and also in some compounds they have positive oxidation states also. But fluorine does not show positive oxidation states. It always has oxidation number of -1. Next, seventh one, the algebraic sum of oxidation numbers of all the atoms in the compounds is 0. The algebraic sum of oxidation numbers of all the elements in the compounds is always equal to 0. So that means, let us take example NaCl. This is one compound. Na +1, Cl -1, +1 -1. So cancels. Hence compound is neutral. So that means the algebraic sum of oxidation numbers of all the atoms in the neutral compounds is 0. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 0. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಸ್ 0. Say take Na2O, Na +1, oxygen -2. 2 into +1 +2, it is neutralized with -2. So that is hence Na2O is neutral. So like this, the algebraic sum of oxidation numbers of all the atoms in the neutral compound is 0. Next, last rule is the algebraic sum of oxidation numbers of all the atoms in the polyatomic ion is always equal to charge present on that ion. Andre in the polyatomic ion, andre the ion containing more than one atom, the oxidation number is the charge present on the polyatomic ion. For polyatomic ion, the charge present on it is ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಅದರ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್. ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಪಾಲಿ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಅಯಾನ್, the charge present on that ion is itself its oxidation number. Example, oxidation number of SO4 minus is -2. Here 4 oxygen atoms, 1 sulfur, so more than 1 atom, so it is a polyatomic ion. This polyatomic ion has charge -2, hence SO4 minus whole charge is -2. Next, CO3 2 minus, hence charge is -2. So for polyatomic ions, the charge present on the ion itself is its oxidation numbers. So these are the 8 rules for finding the oxidation number of elements in the compounds. Using these rules, we have to calculate the oxidation number of unknown element in the compound.